All right, what's going on, guys? It is Wednesday, January 25th, 2023, and feeling a little tired today again. So, feel like I'm gonna probably go a little slow until my mind kind of wakes up a little bit. My body is just like, mm, I don't know, man. It's kind of feel tired. Like, like there's like almost like pain in it. It's like throughout, but I mean, it's nothing new. I've dealt with chronic pain my whole life, so just gotta push forward like always. I'm certain this tea will help, though. So, I forgot to post my results in the Discord community yesterday because I basically had to walk away after we were done with the video yesterday. And then pretty much got busy on a bunch of other stuff like right away. So, apologies for that. But let's do better today, huh? All right, let's go ahead and jump into the charts and see what's going down in the market. Oh, the market's going down. So we dropped. We're finally dropping below the $4,000 mark that we've been kind of hanging out at for a while. Looks like yesterday at the end of the day, right at the market close, we're up at about 40.47. Now we're down at about 39.68. Nearly $100 drop since yesterday's close. Pretty much on the futures market side of things. I could zoom in here. It's a little having some trouble. On the futures part of things, there's the market close right there. Here's the futures open. So on the futures open, we just started dropping. Right here is the open. Right here. We got this like green, tiny green candle. And then we've basically been dropping since. I'm going to clear out some of these other lines up here because they're just kind of getting in the way now. Because I don't think we're going to be going up that high anyway. So remove anything that's older than 2 days and we'll start over with it. Let's remove these. These are from yesterday. All right, now we got a little cleaner chart, a little bit easier to look at. So we hit this upper band of the VWAP, and this basically just been dropping since. Everything just diverged and set up towards downward moves. Let's take a look at where we're at right now. It's a little easier to take a look at. We're clearly in bearish move, as evidenced by all this TCM stuff here, pretty much since the open. So we had a little bit of a red to green right off the open. Here's the open here, and here's the green. We came up, we hit that 50 moving average, rejected, and we're just continuing to push down and make new lows on the day. So, I mean, given this kind of like almost like waveform here, I'm going to be cautious today. It's probably going to be focused on scalping. I think is going to be my main focus of the day. Let's take a look at the contract sizes, the volume. The volume is actually kind of high today. So it's one of those high volume days, super choppy, where like we get very little like momentum type moves. 76 down to 75. So yeah, like very little momentum type moves in here, but a lot of like choppiness. And then likely what happens is we're gonna get like big moves on a single candle. seen plenty of days like this. Like this one was 10,850 candles. Or candles? Contracts. That's for this one here. So for almost 11,000 contracts, we went from 39.74 to 39.78.79. So this was like a kind of a bigger volume move, as you can see through the higher volume on these candles. And then once it was done, it was done. And so we're gonna be looking for, I guess, red yellow moves, like what happened here. And what happened here. So this was a red to yellow, but this one didn't move all that well. And then we're going back and hitting some more red. And right now we've got our lows at like 39.65 zone. See if we keep dropping off that, or if we start to turn around. This looks like we're still dumping. Morning, Tiny. Thanks for being here. Tiny green. Okay, getting a little bounce off that low there. Trying to wake up, like my body just feels like immensely tired. 5.7 to 5.7. Kind of teetering between a red and yellow candle here. Dropping down, new low on that one, and then popping off that low. Enjoying the bid right here. Take a little feeler trade to the upside. Obviously, we're in bearish move today, so I'm going to be kind of careful on longs. I may look to take a couple of shorts as well, but so had a hard time getting more than 2 ticks off that, so I think I'm gonna reduce down to about 2 ticks, and we'll just, like I said, we'll just go really slow. .4 to 5.0 on the TTM. There we go. Join the bid here at 67.75. Got 2 ticks up. Jumping past that. Ooh.
Order filled.
I do not like my entry. I tried to get in earlier, actually lower on this, and definitely don't know if I want to go for 8 ticks here.
Order filled.
Well, maybe I do. Look at that. Nice. That worked. So we just made $191. That's badass in our 100K eval. So we're up 392 in that one. 392.52 out of 2,000. That was awesome. That moved so quickly. Really surprised actually at how easily that was. Like how easy that moved. Like, honestly, I was expecting a little bit more of a drop. So I was really grateful that that worked out so easily. All right. 5.4 to 5.0 to 4.5 to 4.0. Moving on a half a point of momentum. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green candles in a row. This one may end as a red. Not the worst thing in the world if it does, because it'll just show a little nice pullback, and then we can push up from there. We have a double top on these two. You can see right there, 72 and a quarter. My chair feels a little low. I'm gonna. There we go. Raised up, stood a little higher. Might do a little bit of stretching and push-ups again today. I thought that was really helpful yesterday. I really appreciated that. All right, so a couple things to note. 9 is still below 12, so we don't have this full turnaround yet. We got a doji at the top of this move here. The yellow and the GTM is stacking nicely. The 35 is above the 26, indicating that we may get a bullish breakout here in the near term. Somewhere in the next half hour, probably a lot less, but that's just, that's just kind of like my baseline answer to that. Let's see, 4.5 to 4.2 to 3.7. Under the bid here. Even though I'm joining off a doji at the top. Took that profit, made 100. I'm gonna move this to 3 ticks. That was actually a really nice move. I probably should have kept the whole thing on because it's continuing to just push up and up. So we're bouncing off these lows really well. Resistance at 75, which also happens to be the 50 EMA. A lot of movement, a lot of volume coming in. Joining the bid here. That was a quick 2 ticks, but I was actually gonna try to, or 3 ticks, but I was gonna actually try for like, I don't know, 6. Let's go for 6. Big downwick on that. Look at that downwick. That's huge. So that's a lot of sell volume coming in. What's the volume on this candle, man? 7,800. Very rangy candle. Again, doji at the top. 9's above 12. We're approaching a 1226 crossover. This chart also says I'm approaching a 5200, but that's kind of far away. The 5200 is up there at 88, and we're down at 73. So that's like $15 away. I'm trying to make that thing like to where it only fires after we're like, I don't know, $10 away. But it's kind of difficult because it's like a custom indicator. 3.4 to 2.6 to 2.1. Looking strong on the TTM. I want to see this 1226 crossover. It's our next like area of confirmation, if you will. You can see that we've got resistance to the EMA 35 there. Yeah. The $191. Like, it was so funny because I took it and I was like, I don't really know if I like my entry, to just like popped like up like 8 seconds later. It was like, boom, here you go. And I was also like, I don't know if I should be going for 8 ticks. And it just did it like immediately. It was really, really fast. Getting a nice pop here. You can see that we've got the resistance there at the EMA 35. The 9 is above the 12 now. This is actually looking really nice. I'm going to join the bid. I think we're just going to break over this. I don't think that we're going to stay here long. And then we're going to break over the 50. We do have a lot of selling pressure coming in, though. But the 9's above the 12. We're approaching that 1226 crossover. Movement is 2.1 to 1.4 to 0.8. So we're stacking on the TTM pretty well as well. Wow. We're down $500 in this trade all of a sudden. I was worried about this, that it would reject this breakout. But I still think that we're going to break out here. It really depends on, honestly, it depends on this candle and like this candle and the next one. We've got 2 seconds left in this candle. Pulling up. All of a sudden we went red on the day. In the paper account. Anyway. Not in the eval, so that's what matters. But a lot of resistance there at the EMA 35. Wow. Look at that drop. All of a sudden we're down $1,000 in this trade. I'm still holding on to it though, just because like this is like crazy momentum. But frankly, I probably should have like cut it like pretty fast. Especially because like this momentum that's coming in here, the 9's dip below the 12. Like literally, look how close that got to a 1226 breakout. Like that's so ridiculously close. And so to get that close along there and then to dump like that is that's sketchy to a degree. So especially like when it's this kind of breakout, like because this looks super solid on a lot of fronts. Let's see, 7.2. I'm on the TTM 3 by the way. Now 7.2 to 6.1 to 5.9, and now on our current candle we're battling a red and yellow zone here on the TTM 3. It looks like we're gonna work towards potentially making a double bottom. If that's the case, I mean, like I obviously should bail on this trade because we are down 1,200 on it. But it keeps finding a lot of like buyer momentum down here at the bottom. Curiouser and curiouser. 0.9 to 0.4. I feel like we might get one of those big up wicks, like one of those big candles to the upside, which is why I'm still holding this. 0.9 to 0.5 to 0.2. If we don't, you know, I mean, like I'll just you know, bail on the trade. It's not a big deal, but 4-minute pullback right now. We got 30 seconds left in this candle. The 68 area is very crucial because if you notice, this tap 68, this tap 68, and this one we're kind of battling 68. Dropping down to 67. 0.5 to 0.2. Now coming back up into a green candle. I want to see this one end green because I want to see this be a 3-minute pullback. Because 3-minute pullbacks are really like solid. Like that's like a really common thing. You get like a 3-minute pullback and then you get a bounce off the top of that. We ended on a doji. It's just as good. This is actually why this is that candle. That's the reason why I didn't bail out of this trade. I am in this trade way too high, honestly, for this particular move, because I'm in this trade at 73 and basically at 74, and I was looking for a break above that 50 EMA, but we didn't get it. We are getting a cyan switch though, but we're getting it on low momentum now. So 0.5 to 0.2 over to 0.2. So a movement of about 0.4 on the TTM. I really want to see more than that. I want to see more like 0.7 or 0.8 or maybe even 1.0. But I think that we're potentially a little ways away from that. We've got resistance here at 70. I'm going to throw a price level there in at 70. because that's what we keep running into. So 70 being a price zone. We have another potential 1226 crossover inbound. 9 is now below the 12 though on this one. But we do have a cyan switch with this. We're also getting a cyan switch with a green dot. So 0.2 to 0.7. So that with that green dot, that does give us a little bit more confirmation of an upward move, or rather that we're getting that sort of that trend. But we do have pretty big downwick, so we have a lot of conflicting information here right now. We need to break out above this EMA 35. I'm going to check this on the 3-minute chart because I want to see how this is shaping up here as far as the TTM goes and where our areas of resistance are on the longer time frames. 5.9 to 5.8 to 5.8. So we want this one to end yellow on the TTM3. And our next 3-minute candle is going to be a 57, which is in about a minute and a half, maybe a little longer. Switching to a 5-minute chart, I want to see what's going on in the 5 and see what we're running into in terms of resistance and whatnot. 5-minute chart going from 10.1 to 9.9 to 9.7 to 9.2. So we do have some stacking of momentum on the 5-minute chart. We have worked our way kind of out of that super red zone just by holding through this pullback, and now we're getting some opportunity here for more potential breakout. We're practically break even in this trade, and we were looking to just get like 6 ticks on this trade. We're getting a nice big pop up here. Running into that 50 EMA at the moment. We wanted to take a trade in the evaluation on that. But we're a little we're just really close to 75. So I don't want to take a trade and then see a big drop down. So I actually wanted to get in here at like 72.
Order filled.
I got in way too high. In at 74 and a quarter. And now I guess I'm looking for a move past up 75. Our exit is currently at 76 and a quarter. In order for that to happen, we're going to need to see pretty heavy buy pressure. So we'll see. I'm not going to take it off just yet or move it down just yet. We have 3 seconds left in this candle. Hands are going to stay over the cover button. I'm out.
Order filled.
Made some profit on that. Got out at 75. Got in at 70. So we made 3 ticks on that. Not bad. Up 132 in the 50K eval. Remember, yesterday we lost $303 in the 50K. Monday we made 342. So on the week we're up. So Monday we made 342, and then we lost 303 yesterday, and then today we just made 132. So we're up 171 on the week in the eval. There's the 76 and a quarter. I guess I could have just held it, but with that much downwick, I just didn't want to get caught in a dump like we did. We're up 850 in the paper side. What a crazy day! A lot of momentum on the day, and so I got a lot of excitement, I guess, if you will. You could hear it in the length, like the sound, the speed of my speech, and all these other things. Moving up, hitting 77. We may see some pullback now to the 50 EMA. Kind of riding along 75 here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green candles in a row. We're getting a trend reversal. So this is exactly what we want to see for longs. We, on the 1 minute side, we've got range available all the way up to 86. Now I'm actually going to throw this in at like 12 ticks, and I'm going to try and get in at like $77. I don't know if I can get in that low. Yeah, just it's kind of just running right past. So we hit 77 and a quarter. I'm going to move up to 77.50. Nope, just keeps blowing past me. Time in this candle is 3 more seconds. In at 77.50. Not a bad entry in my opinion. Looking for a move up to 80.5. We may see a little bit of pullback here, potentially pulling back to hopefully not as low as the 9. I think that would just be too far. I don't really want to see this pull back below 76.50. But where we're in at 77.50, and I'm looking to get out around 80. I'm going to take a look at this on the 3-minute chart. I really want to see what kind of resistance zones we have to deal with ahead of us on the longer time frames, especially now when we're still pretty good in the trade. So we've got a 50 EMA up here at 81. But right now we're running into resistance at the EMA 35, which is at 78.25. So 78.25, not too terribly bad. Our entry 77.5. I think that will be okay. As far as the TTM3 goes, we got 5.8 to 5.1 to 4.3 to 3.7, 3.8. Sorry guys if I'm talking really fast today. It's really because the market's moving at this speed, and so I'm trying to process information at this speed. And because if I can process information at this speed, I can be faster on my ins and my outs and my trades. So currently down $200, which is that where I said that I didn't really want it to drop below past that. So we're still looking good on this trade. 9.9 to 9.7 to 9.3, or sorry, 8.3 to 7.1 on the 5-minute chart. So we have a lot of really awesome stacking going on the 5-minute chart. I'm going to switch back over to the 1-minute chart and see if we have the opportunity to get in on a potential trade in our evaluation. Bopping back up to 77. I think I said bopping back up to 77. Big upwick on that candle. A lot of buying pressure coming in. Joining the bid.
Order filled.
In at 77 on my evaluation side. Trying to get out at 79.50. We're in 4 contracts. Popping back like up to 78. Got out at 79.50.
Order
really
filled.
Awesome trade on that one. I'm going to jump to this side, and I'm actually just going to take this profit off. Maybe. I tried to get out like so much earlier than that, and it just kind of fluttered around. Lost $100 in that time frame that it was fluttering around. I tried to get out with $300 of profit. It let me out with $200 of profit. Anyway, on the 50K evaluation, we are currently up $514.16 on the day. Really awesome day. Really happy about this because this is a choppy market, and this is the areas that, like, with this much volume and this much momentum, this is actually kind of challenging the trade. So I'm really happy with my results so far today. We're getting another pop-up, but I'm gonna ease off the gas just a little bit, even though this is still continuing to push up. I'm gonna ease off because of how big this upwick was on here and how much selling pressure we got on that last candle. I'm also gonna take some time to just take a breath. All right. Woo! Ooh. Gotta get some airflow. I've been talking really quickly, so fast throughout those moves. What's up, countryside? Good to see you. Yes, please, thumbs up, like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We're doing great on all fronts today. So 50K eval, we're up $514. It looks like there's another move about to happen. Not gonna take it right now though. I need to calm down a little bit. We're up $191 in our 100K eval. On the paper side of things, we're up $1,100. And we do have a flag on the play, as you can see there. TTM stacked super nice on the one side, the TTM 1. Taking a look at the 3-minute chart. So if you look at the 3-minute chart, we still have resistance here at the EMA 35 that we have not broken out of yet, which is fine. As we're actually getting a green dot on the TTM 3. we're stacking really nicely. We went from 5.1 to 4.3 to 3.39 to now 2.0. I mean, this is stacking really well. Might actually go for like 20 ticks. Take a nice fat swing. Trying to get an entry off of 77. Time on this. What time is it now? It's 8:03. So we're at 8:04. So we've got like another. Okay, we entered at 77, and I'm trying to get out 20 ticks on this, which is up at 82. But the 50 EMA is up at 81.5. So I'm gonna respect that 50 EMA, and I'm gonna go down to 81 on this one. So instead of 82, I'm going 81, which would be 16 ticks, which would be a really big move. 9 is above the 12 on the 3-minute chart. Here's this breakout. We're coming up. We're tapping 80. I feel like I should take this in the evaluation. Kind of hitting some selling pressure there, so I'm going to take this trade off. Up 400 on that trade, so now we're up 1,500 in the paper side. By the way, guys, y'all chilling, y'all hanging out. Please make sure you like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. This is actually one of the best days that we've had this whole week. Yesterday, we had a really awesome day. I apologize, guys. I didn't get around to posting my results in the Discord community, unfortunately. We get that probably 90% of the time, but occasionally there are just days where the moment that the stream ends, I'm on other stuff, and I'm like doing other work seemingly all the time. Yes, thank you, everybody. We're up 272 subs today. So we gained 6 subs from yesterday, which was 6 subs from the day prior. So we're gaining like 6 subscribers a day in this community. And I just want to tell you guys how much I love and appreciate you guys on that, because frankly, it is a long process. We've been doing this for 6 months now, on this stream every day. And I just thank you guys, like, because we put a lot of time, effort, and energy into this. We've made our background better. We've made our camera better. We've made our audio better. We've made our music better. And we keep working to improve. And there's some other things that I'm also working on as well to try and get the stuff to improve. But again, for those of you guys who know, been here, I manage this household. I have elderly people in my life in several different households that I'm also helping to manage their daily lives in a lot of ways. So I'm constantly on the go, helping out my family in every way that I possibly can. Pawn says, careful going long. I want to see what you got to say here. Careful going long. We are at the top of the range of the golden zone for the FB. Sorry, visual impairment, guys. Retracement from today's drop. Sorry. Visual impairment. Sometimes the brain injury gets to me. For those of you guys who are new here, I do have a brain injury. I suffered a brain injury some years back in 2016. So for me, like, being able to speak this fast, this is actually like how I used to speak on a very consistent basis. But I also used to be able to formulate this with a lot of other things. And synonyms is this weird thing that I have from the brain injury. When I deal with synonyms, a lot of times I'll take 2 synonyms and I'll put them together and I'll formulate an entirely new word. And it's just such a challenging thing to sometimes deal with, but sometimes it makes incredibly funny words. Fibonacci retracement. Let me take a look at what you're talking about there, Quan, because I actually don't disagree with what you're describing. So I'm on the 3-minute chart, and you can see the EMA 35, how well it respects the EMA 35 on the TTM 3-minute chart. We've got people posting in our Discord community right now. Thank you guys who are in our Discord community. I love and appreciate each and every one of you guys. Let's see, 2.1 to 0.8 on the TTM 3, hitting some sell-off here. 9 is above the 12. We're approaching a 1226 crossover, but look at that sell-off. pushing down to 75. Got some allergies here. Just give me a second. All right, we back. So push down to 75. We got a new 3-minute candle. We actually just got a 1226 crossover on the 3-minute candle and a cyan switch. We went from 0.8 to 0.6. So 9's above 12. We're getting a 1226 crossover. Let's see. I still don't hate 77 as an entry point, but there's an opportunity to get in here at 76. So we're in a 76. We're going long, and this play is way too aggressive. I'm going to drop this down to 77 and just see if we can get like a 4-tick trade to the upside. Pawn, I don't disagree with you. We may get some, we're definitely getting some resistance up here. That EMA 35 acted as stronger resistance than we could have imagined. We're in a 76, trying to get out of 77. Hitting way more resistance than I even expected down here, especially with that cyan switch and that crossover. Switching over to the 1-minute chart, and I want to see what's going on with this on the 1. I know a million people tell me I should be trading the 5s and all these other longer time frames, but I come from day trading. I come from trading stocks. I come from trading crypto. Trading the 1-minute chart is just, it's how I roll. Although trading crypto, I honestly think it's easier to trade longer time frames. All right, so we did get that trade. We made $200 on that one in the sim side. I got to drop this from this super aggressive zone. Wow, we're getting a massive pop up. Look at that pop up of 50 EMA. The 50 EMA is one of the strategies that we use a lot of the time, where it pulls that back down to the 50 EMA and bounces off of that. But look at the selling pressure coming in. So we popped up to 79, and we're getting a lot of selling pressure pushing this back down. Buyers also stepping in as well. 9's above the 12, where everything is in bullish form on the 1-minute chart. But that 39.80 is going to act as pretty strong resistance. We have a long way to go in order to have this full chart switch over to a bullish pattern. And I say that because the 50 is still below the 200. We're still operating below the volume weighted average price in the lower range of the VWAP. So we still have a lot of stuff working against us in terms of upward move. So there's a lot going on here. Plus, this is a very high volume day. A lot of choppiness on the day, but not nearly as choppy as some of the days that we've engaged with in the past where we had this kind of volume. So, but with this kind of volume, just be very aware that things can move very quickly in either direction. We're getting a rip now. That bounced off that 50 EMA from 75, bounced all the way up to 81. We did have a really awesome day so far in all of our accounts. Yeah, you were totally correct. Like, it's only in that like zone where what I'm looking at here. Are you in our Discord community, man? By the way, y'all, speaking of our Discord community, there is a link to it. I'm going to drop a link in the chat. There's a link inside of the body as well. I'll drop a link in the chat so that y'all can check it out. But I would love to have you guys join our Discord community, because our Discord community is filled with traders, entrepreneurs, people who have these really interesting philosophies on life. And I can tell you that the people that are in there We're not just some people that have just like inherited anything. The like we're hardworking people who really put a lot of effort and energy into what it is that we do, trying to be the best that we can possibly be for ourselves. There's no competition in there. We're not trying to outshine anybody. Everybody is there as a cooperative. We're there to help each other grow, and that's what it's all about. That's what we are all about at Optimistic Futures. So join our Discord community, guys. If that's something that if you want a community that's going to uplift you, that is going to help you as a person, in every way that we could possibly think of. For those of you guys who don't know, or maybe you're a little new to me, um, I spent a number of my years doing like coaching and helping like people build businesses online and all these things. Before my brain injury happened, that was what I did. I operated an advertising agency, and I also provided coaching to help people get their online businesses to six figures, and that was like the whole like goal at that time. And so a lot of the people that I mentored and a lot of the people that I helped, the main reason why they were struggling to get from, almost making no money in their business or making just a little bit of money in their business to getting to like a six-figure business almost inevitably had nothing to do with their business. It was almost every single time had to do with some sort of fear that they were living with, that made it really challenging for them to be able to execute on something. And that was almost across the board. That was what we found. And it was really fascinating, because I never thought about this as a person, as an entrepreneur. Like I spent most of my life like dealing with the fact that I could die at any moment. And so because of that, like, yeah, that gave me a lot of fear growing up, but it gave me a lot of courage too, because it's just like, if I'm going to die at any moment, then hell with it. I'm going to live life, like, and I say that because like, I've been on life support. I don't even know how many times. And so, because of this case, I just kind of like adopted this perspective very early on in my life. It was just like, I could die at any moment. And so I'm gonna do everything in my power. I'm gonna do everything that I can to live the best life that I can, so that if I die at 20 or if I die at 25 or something like that, I'm not filled with regret. I know that I showed up every single day and I gave it my all. And like, to me, like, that's living. Like, just showing up, giving it your all every day, regardless of how the hell you feel. For those who tuned in right at the open, I told you, it was like, my body hurts today. I feel tired today. But I'm still here. I'm still kicking. I'm still alive and breathing. So hell with it, man. I'm doing what I do. Run into resistance there at 80, as y'all can see, which is right along the 50. So we broke out above that 35. Now 50 on the 3-minute chart is the new area of resistance. I certainly wish I would have taken some trades up in here through my eval, because I think I could have been further along. But I genuinely felt that I needed to take a break from trading, just take my foot off the gas really for a little bit. So, which is why I did. So I'm cool with missing moves. I don't get FOMO nearly as bad as I used to. And that is a concerted effort to be able to make that be a reality. From 2.6 to 4.5 on the TTM 3, we have a new TTM candle coming in on the 3-minute side. May look for a pullback to the 50, which is right at 81. I'm going to try and get an entry off at 81. I definitely don't want to go for that many ticks. Let's try to get out at 84.50. And I'm going to put this at 12 ticks. We're in at 81. We got an entry there at 81. What I hope does not happen is I hope that we do not pull back to this EMA 35. I hope that we maintain above this 50 EMA, or at least really close to it. We're currently down 150 in this trade, down 200. So we're down 4 or 5 ticks or so. There's that resistance at 39.80 that I was speaking about. 4.5 to 5.8 on the TTM. We have a 5,200 crossover inbound on all of our charts, it looks like. Taking a look at the 5-minute chart. 5 minutes looking really close to a 5-minute breakout as well. 5.3 to 3.5 to 1.16. Our next 5-minute candle is going to be at 8:20, which is in about 30 seconds. So in about 30 seconds, we'll have a new 5-minute candle. We have resistance up here at 86 on the EMA 50. We're up nicely in this trade. I'm gonna drop this down to like 5 ticks. Holy crap! Look at that! Wow! Ran all the way up. I was trying to get into that trade. We ran from 80 to 90 on this one candle. From 80 to 90. We just went up 40 ticks in a single candle. We're up 2,300 on the day in the paper account. We're up 500 and something in the 50K. We're up 200 in the 100K. Super chop day. Not necessarily chop. Super momentum day. We have a lot of momentum on the day. After that big sell-off in the beginning of the overnight session and into the day, we got a lot of momentum. Coming up, we're hitting resistance along the volume-weighted average price. We're probably going to pull back to this 200 SMA. We're on the 1-minute chart here, and we're a long way off from this 5,200 cross, but we're pushing there. Again, guys, if y'all chilling, y'all hanging out, make sure you like, subscribe, or ring that bell for notifications. And also, if you guys are looking to earn funding in the futures market, make sure you check out Elite Trader Funding. These guys are awesome. Excuse me for all the coughing. I have I don't know, dry throat or something. But these guys are awesome. Amazing customer service. They get back to me quick whenever I submit a support ticket. They have a Discord community that is really responsive. They are just incredibly useful and helpful in their customer service. They have plans that are just not offered anywhere else. They offer the one-step evaluation, which allows you to go as low as $10,000 in funding, which it was just a pretty very small amount by comparison to a lot of other things that are out there, but it allows you to take one contract of the mini. This is perfect for anybody who is starting out and maybe they're trying to go slow. This is perfect for that. So they allow you to earn funding as low as 10K, as high as $300,000. And if you use the link in the description in the promo code JSBEST, you'll actually be able to lock in a lifetime discount with these guys. Elite Trader Funding is awesome. They don't sponsor these videos or anything like that. I've tried other prop firms and I really like these guys. One of the things I really also like about these guys, but the thing is a very unique selling proposition for them, is they allow me to choose my futures trading software. I can choose between multiple different softwares out there, such as Tradeovate or NinjaTrader or any of the other ones. And what I really like about that is having options allows me to choose software that fits my trading style. That matters so much to me. I really want my software to just be plug and play, user-friendly. I don't want to have to spend hours upon hours or even days or even weeks learning how to set up software, dealing with a bunch of software bugs and other issues like that. I want the opportunity to choose my software, and I really like that about these guys here at Elite Trader Funding, because a lot of places don't actually allow that. You can also get a static evaluation. You guys can see that this is the other one that I'm working on, is this 100K static evaluation, which allows me 2 contracts with a profit target of 2,000, 2 contracts in the mini, 20 micros, max drawdown at 625. These are super simple to understand. If you are taking an evaluation for the first time, I like the static drawdowns because you do not need to understand any trailing drawdown of any kind. You just need to understand that you have a $625 account to work with, and anything above that, you're good. So if you lose more than 625, you fail the evaluation. But if you don't, you're still in it. So And that's what I really like about the static ones. They're just super straightforward. The other one I'm working on is the 50K eval. So, but y'all can use the link in that description and the promo code JSBEST, and that will hook you up with a lifetime discount. Crying right now. I just got bottom ticks stopped out on my lawn before the. Oh man, sorry, dude. All right, so we did bounce off that VWAP. We're coming back down toward the bottom area of that VWAP. I really, gosh, I so wish that I had taken this trade in the evaluation side. I mean, like even like 8 ticks, it would have put us up another $200+, you know. So where are we at actually? I'm gonna see where we're at. So we're at $884 out of a $3,000 profit target. Ding, 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 ding. So it looks like we're pulling back to like 88. I'm just trying to get an entry in the paper side at 88. We entered at 88. We got a little bit of draw. I might actually cut this quickly. All right, took a quick $100 on that. So I took that off so fast because we were bouncing in between a cyan and a blue candle on the TTM1. So I just took a quick $100. So I say that because when this turns blue, that's when we start getting more red candles, and we start, you know, having a little bit of a consolidation and decline. So we're coming up here. We're at the volume weighted average price right now. I think that for this move to really confirm, we're gonna, number one, we're gonna need to see a VWAP bounce. If you guys are unfamiliar with the volume weighted average price bounce strategy, it basically does this exact thing. So it moves up, it comes up, it hits this little peak. You can see that little peak right there where it had that double top, and then it pulls back to the VWAP, and then kind of consolidates here for a second, and then bounces up. That's the VWAP strategy. It's very similar to the 9 EMA or the 50 EMA or any of those other moving average bounce strategies. In fact, actually, I might just call it that, a moving average bounce strategy. But this one just happens to be focused on the VWAP. So there's that. So I'm going to need to see it do that, but I also think that we need this 5200 crossover, which is a ways out. We're currently almost at 830, and I think this might be like 8:45 or so, like another like 15 minutes, just given the divergence of it so far. Like where it's at now, it's at 79, call it 80. It's almost at 80, and 84. So it's $4 apart from itself for the 5200 crossover. But that 5200 cross is going to give us the solid idea, that like the solid movement that we need in other traders' minds in order to push this further up. We are getting that bounce off of VWAP. Coming up, we're hitting resistance at 90. Now, remember, our original entry was 88. Looks like I could have held this up to about 90, which means, like, this tells me that I need to drop this down to about 66, which is a $1.50 range. We're kind of battling in between cooling candles and cyan candles. So kind of battling that zone there, 90 being our resistance point. We may pull back to VWAP another time. I can see that the 9 is crossing above the volume weighted average price. That looks good for longer term, for upward momentum. If we get this 12 above the VWAP too, that's also solidifying even more upward move. We may run up to 4,000 a day. I don't think 4,000 is out of the question. I'm gonna see about a entry off of 88.50, and basically I'm looking for a move, like a pullback to about this 9 EMA, and then a bounce off that. So we have a sitting entry at 88.50. We'll see if it drops that low. I'm gonna look at this on some of the longer time frames. So 3 minutes still in rippage. I love the TTM squeeze, guys. If you guys have not checked out my TTM squeeze video, y'all should check it out. It's geared towards stocks. I want to make that disclaimer. I have not made one for the futures yet. I will it will happen in 2023. But like I said, I manage a lot of different stuff in my life. We got that entry off 88.50, and we immediately bounced off of that. That was such a clean trade that we made $400 on, or $300 on. Really nice trade. Movement of 2.6 to 5.6 on the 5 minute chart. This is looking really strong in terms of momentum. I'm gonna open my office door. It's getting hot in here, so open all your doors. All right. Okie dokie. Just checking with y'all's in the comments. Yeah, I got a hot flash. It's hot in here, dude. Like, it drives me nuts. Like, my office is downstairs, and then like the main living and everything like that is upstairs, and it's just like the lower level, like there's so much like heating down here. It was just so weird because there's like just like 2 or 3 heating vents, but it's all in this one room, and it just like makes this one room just like so hot, and then the rest of the house in the upstairs doesn't heat nearly as well. So like the upstairs might be cold and the downstairs like hot. Like it feels like it's like 90 degrees in here while the upstairs is like 65. It's like, what? Like it's like such a major difference between the two. It's weird. It's it's pretty annoying, honestly. Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. But we'll jump back in the charts in just a moment. What do we have in terms of I think we had a lot of economic releases today, right? No, I think that's tomorrow. Yeah, it's Thursday. Wednesday we actually had none. So no economic releases today. Tomorrow is a ton. So careful out there tomorrow. By the way, y'all chilling, y'all hanging out. Make sure you like, subscribe, ring that bell for noties. We're up $2,700 in the paper account today. You can see this kind of like, I don't know, going sideways at the moment. I think we will get a breakout up to 4,000, but I don't know when that's going to be. It looks like it's probably going to be after this 5,200 cross, which may be closer to the top of the hour, like 9 o'clock. Yeah, so you can see a lot of the volume kind of slowed down. But yeah, guys, we do have a fair amount of people watching. So please make sure you like and subscribe and ring that bell for notifications. Also, guys, we do have an awesome Discord community where a lot of our traders have been doing this for a long time, and they have a lot of experience, a lot of awesome knowledge that they share openly in our group and in our community, because our community is designed to be there to help uplift people. We are all about cooperation over competition. We can give a crap about competition. We don't even care about it. I think competition is good. I think competition is very good for the marketplace. I am 100% in favor of competition, but also in the cooperation aspect of things. In my own personal opinion, this is an infinite game. I'm here infinitely. I'm here for the long term. And so I'm like thinking about this. I think about all of anything and everything that I do is just an infinite game. And so because that's the case, I don't really care who's around to quote unquote compete with me. That's not my jam. So join up in our Discord community, guys, and come meet some of the other people there. We talk about everything from entrepreneurship to philosophy. I have a long track record of entrepreneurship. If you got any questions about it, just feel free to ask it in the group. And I will get back to you. Just tag me so that I know to respond. But yeah, guys, join our Discord community. Gosh, my nose is like so allergic today. Join our Discord community, guys. We'd love to see you in there. It's just rollstraight.com/Discord, but there's also a link in the body of this video. It's right there in the description. We got a lot of down wicks. You can see right here, pretty much each candle's had a pretty heavy down wick. This one pushed down pretty heavy, but had a nice pop-up on there. Where are we at on that 5,200? Looks like maybe 5 minutes away, 10 minutes away. We may pop before then. We're up 2,700 in the paper. We're up 514 in the 50K, and we're up almost 200 in the 100K. We do have some cooling off on this big momentum move that we've been getting. At the peak of the cool, we were at 5.9, pulled back to 4.5. So that's not a lot of cooling. We cooled down not even 2 points over like 6 minutes. That's like hardly any. Check this on the 3-minute chart. This flag's kind of breaking out now. We're popping up to 91. Our peak here is 92. I don't think we took a loss today. We took hardly any trades. We're at 48 contracts, like way less than we normally take in terms of trades. We're like 20 contracts below what we normally would take. We need to take around like 65 to 80. We're at 48 though. Let's take a look where we're at after fees. We're at $209 in fees, minus our $2,700 in profit. So we're up $2,490.72 on the day. And yes, I know it says negative there. It's just because I do the fees first. So we're up almost $2,500 in the paper account on the day. Pulling back to 89. There's too much chop in here for me to trade this at this particular point in time. I don't really want to trade this chop. I'm more interested in trading momentum. I can tell you one thing. I did get FOMO on this rip here on the evaluation side. I got a pretty decent trade on this on the paper side, but I was not in a trade on the evaluation side, even though I was like, I think I should maybe take a trade here. And I was like him and hawing at like around the time of this doji, and I was like, I don't know, and then like I was like, well, let's get into it on the paper side. So we did, and then I was like, where's an entry point? I'm like, there it was. We have a more defined resistance level here at 90 than we do up at that peak of the range 92. I'm actually gonna change the color of this just to give it a little bit more meaning. I'm gonna just make an orange one so that we can see that that's kind of the peak of the range. Check this on the 5-minute chart, see what's going down there. Okay, so 5-minute chart, 9 is still above 12. The 12 is about to cross 35. And which is not like any particular big move or anything like that, but it is just helpful in terms of confirming long bias. But we are cyan candle going from 2.6 to 5.4 to 7.5 to 9.2 almost. So we're breaking out near the top of this range, up at 92. Coming up on 8.30 or 8.45. So we're right here at this crossover point. So there's that 5,200 crossover. Hasn't happened yet. We're like a minute away. So we kind of got some pre-move for it. Which occasionally, and this is something to take note of. Occasionally we'll get the move, like a momentum move leading up to this crossover, and then we'll see some failure at it. So this actually peaked right there, right where we put that line. Slightly below it. much time we got left in this candle? 15 seconds. So 15 seconds left in this candle. This could just rip up. I'm actually just gonna take a just a fun feeler trade here. I'm gonna try and get an entry at 92. We broke out over that area. There's that 5200 crossover. Jump into the evaluation side and see if there's an opportunity here. Gosh, my nose is so distracting right now. There's that rip. So we didn't get this entry. I was trying to get from 92 to 94, and it just kind of blew past us. We actually have some red dots coming in on the TTM, so I'm a little hesitant to take some trades. We got red dots coming in. Well, we've also got this 5200 cross. We have a lot of upward momentum information sitting in front of us, and it's kind of like, how long will this rip? I'm gonna pull back on the chart, and I just want to like do some further analysis to see kind of where, if anywhere. I'm sure that we have resistance here at 4,000. I'm just gonna throw a label there at 4,000 just so that I know. Because like I said earlier, I think we have room up to 4,000. Just gonna check in with y'all. It's been a minute since I took the time to look here. Oh, it's Pawn, you're doing an evaluation too? That's awesome, man. I didn't know you were working on an eval. Anyway, guys, y'all hanging out. Make sure you like, subscribe, and ring that bell for noties. We are up pretty good on the day. We're up 2,700 in the paper account. We're up 514 or so in the 50K eval, and we're up 200 in the 100K eval. So we're green in every account. I did pick up an evaluation over at Apex, but I've not taken a single trade on it because I'm still trying to figure out NinjaTrader. Like, it wasn't just like a plug and play, like open it up, start setting up your moving averages. It was like, open it up, connect this to DOS, like load like ms-dos.exe. Like it just really feels like I'm just like, it makes me really feel a lot like I'm working on Windows 95. And like, I remember I had Windows 98 on a computer when I was a teenager, and it was before Windows XP came out. It was before Wi-Fi really was a thing, and I did not have a wireless router per se, but instead I had a wireless receiver. No, you know what? I think it was Windows XP. Well, yeah, it was Windows XP. And I did this whole thing where I like created this entire network that operated audio and operated like my Xbox, the original Xbox, in another room off of wireless, and it was like unheard of at this time. But I remember like setting it up was just like, it took me weeks to do, because I had to do all of this like configuration in all of these different ways that just was not like the way it is now. Like now when you set up a wireless router, it's like plug it in, you're like, set up your SSID, you're like, you're ready to go. And like, frankly, like it really makes me think a lot of that. Like it's really, it's one of those things, like I just feel like I'm doing like a lot of research on it. in order to get it like just kind of set up with. And as you guys can see, like I use very basic stuff. Like I pretty much just use moving averages, a chart, and a price ladder. Um, and that's kind of it. Like if you look at my look at here, I have moving averages. I've got bulls, bears, and then I've got TTM, and then I have a DOM, and that's it. That's the whole thing, and it's just kind of like, and it's all self-contained in a single window. That's something I'm really looking for a lot of the time. Is it self-contained in a single window? It's just not something I would have considered, but it's certainly something that I'm dealing with, and so I'm spending a lot of time with us trying to figure out the software in order to be able to start trading. NinjaTrader. I'm sure there's some people who are like, some vets that have been doing this for a long time that are really into that and probably know how to do that. But like I need something that's just like quick and easy. Like I'm honestly like I'm done with all like my techno side of my life. I don't really want to like do that stuff. Because like I've built like websites and everything like that, and I had to learn like CSS and PHP and a bunch of other like coding languages, and it's just like at a certain point it's just like, man, I don't want to troubleshoot forever. It just gets old. And so I really just want like plug and play software. I like that kind of thing. I don't care anymore about all the configuration and the functionality and everything like that. I just want it to be low latency, and that's kind of it. And low latency and have the basics. That's it. Just the basics. That's all I care about. I really don't need anything past that. I really don't. And so that's why I haven't started trading in that evaluation yet. Because I really just need to get the software dialed in and get it figured out, and maybe even do like some paper trades on it or something like that, to where I can figure out how can I actually make this thing function in a way that feels modern and feels quick and easy. So, and I've gone through some of the trainings and stuff like that, but there's something that is just not clicking. I did figure out that in order to make it operate in a single window, so to speak, that I can put it inside of a virtual machine, and put it inside of a virtual desktop, which you basically like partition like a small part of your computer, your processing power and stuff like that. You partition it, and then you open it up inside of the virtual machine. I think in order for me to do that, you need to get an ISO mount install of Windows as well. So I don't know exactly how I'm going to do that, but yeah, it's just kind of like just a lot of challenge in order to get it in a way that's a little more functional. I can't be dealing with like 30 windows. It's just not something I can. It's not something I can work with. So. Yeah, so that's also what I was seeing too, Pon, is this sort of head and shoulders thing. Once I get it figured out, it's quick. Yeah, like I don't know. I just would rather use a plug and play software, man. I honestly am like, I don't know, man. I'm not trying to like code something in order to like trade. I just I look at a lot of traders, like a lot of traders like send me like images, and I'm like, whoa, I can't even tell what is like happening here. Because there's like this whole like thing, like just like volume all over the sides of it, and like just like I'm like, wow, oh my gosh. I actually had somebody tell me that my charts are wrong. I was actually really surprised at this. He was like, your charts are wrong, and I'm like, what do you mean my charts are wrong? He's like, you have to. It is impossible for you to trade futures without the volume on the side of this. And like I'm sure you guys have seen that where the volume chart goes horizontal. He told me like it's just not possible for me to be profitable unless I have that on the screen. And I was like, dude, there's no way I'm ever gonna have that. Like it's just too much. Like I can't deal with all that clutter. Like it clutters my mind. I'm not trying to have that. I want simplistic. Like I want to be able to have a clear mind to be able to make clear decisions. And so I was really just kind of surprised to hear that. It was a fascinating perspective. May go for some scalps. I said ticks. May go for some ticks. May go for some scalps here. We're getting a little bit of red yellow. It's kind of like we're running up in that resistance zone there at like 92. We did consolidate along this area here, and now we may potentially get another breakout. That breakout though would likely be impeded by this this resistance zone. So, oh man, I was just about to take that entry. Trying to enter at 91. I think 91's actually too low. There's that breakout. Damn it. Okay, we're getting a cyan switch on this. 0.2 to 0.5. So micro momentum. No green dot yet. Eine Sekunde, bitte. I don't even know if Secunda is correct. I just said it for fun. No, it is right. Eine Sekunde. It's been a long time since I spoke German. Go over to Google. Okay, it was a long time since I spoke German, so I couldn't remember if seconds was Sekunda. And it is. Eine Sekunde, bitte. Yeah, 1 second, please. It's been a long time since I spoke German, man. Like, I'm kind of like relearning it a little bit because my kid is also like learning German now. So, I'm like speaking it more, but I haven't spoken it in years. And yeah, so it's kind of I'm like questioning everything about it. Getting a breakout here up to 98. Watch out for resistance along 4,000 potentially. Entered at there we go. Got a quick like $100. This was a really nice breakout point that I kind of missed. Susie looking up German words. I was gonna try and take an entry there, but it did pop up pretty quick. Ugh. 1 second left in this candle. Hopefully it doesn't just sell off. But we are getting this breakout now from 2.3 to 3.3. I went short here. I'm just looking for like a 2-tick down move, like very, very, very micro move. But it is finding a lot of support there at 4,002. So yeah, I'm gonna just cut that. Not a very smart move in my opinion. I just thought that I could take a little micro scalp. I thought it would pull back a little bit more, but it didn't. It actually ended up popping up, and then now it's popping down a little bit. I can tell I have some decision fatigue going on. Oh, there's the drop. I was expecting that drop on this candle. I can tell I have a little bit of decision fatigue, and so I think that's also a reason why I'm not like taking more trades. And the other thing is too is that like I've more than hit my profit target on the day, so I don't want to give back profits either. Even though this is like such in bullish move, like we've had really just awesome bullish day since I sat down. Pulling back to 4,001. Join there at 150. Wait for a pop up to 4,003. I guess I should have taken that entry here on the eval. Looked like a decent entry. Took that off, made 250 back. So our peak of the day is 2,700. So we only took that one loss on the day. I'm gonna put this at 4 ticks. I think $1 move is pretty reasonable given our current moves on the day. By the way, if y'all chilling, y'all hanging out, make sure you like and subscribe. But also, thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. I really do. We broke right on through that 200 simple moving average on the 3-minute chart. You can see right here, there's a 200. Let me just make sure my charts are being shown. Yeah, okay. You can see right there that we just broke above the 200. We didn't pull back at all. The 200 is right at 4,000. And over that 3 minutes, we got over 30,000 contracts traded. Popping up to 4,005 now. Taking a look at the 5-minute chart. Okay, so on the 5, we actually have resistance on the 200 SMA. I don't know if it'll respect it, but that is right there at 4,006. Okay, so because it's the case, we're super close to that. I'm a little hesitant to take a long here, at least on the eval side. So 4,006 is where the 200 moving average is on the 5-minute chart. So we may get some consolidation in this area before we get this additional breakout. But like I said, I thought 4,000 was very possible on the day. And I said that when we were down at like 39.80s. But man, wouldn't that have been a nice trade to just get in like 77 and just stay there? Just ride it up to 4,000. Like $23 times 4 ticks. 92 ticks. That'd have been the whole evaluation right there. $4,600. Don't even need that many, like that much to pass. But it's hard, man. Like that's so hard to just ride a trade that long. At least for me. I know some people that do it, but that's a big challenge for me. Like I'm like in and out in like 8 seconds. All right, Pawn. Enjoy work, my friend. Good luck with your shop, dude. I'm super stoked to see the finished product on that. Like, honestly, dude, like, good job being in the arena. Like, people can criticize or complain or anything else, but unless they are in the field, unless they're in the arena dealing with the cuts, the scrapes, the bruises, the risks, their opinions are completely meaningless unless they are in that arena and they're actually taking the risk themselves. If they're not in that arena, their opinions mean nothing. So, good job, dude, getting in the arena. Good job taking the risk. I'm very proud of you, man. Like, keep going. That's awesome. Really, really, truly is. By the way, anybody who is not willing to take the risk on things, but feels the need to criticize somebody else, just shut up. You ain't got nothing to say. Everybody else who is out there, the 5% of us that are willing to cut our knees and scrape our face and fall and fail and get back up and try again and all those, the very few of us that are left out there, congrats, guys. I stand with you. Pulling back now. Running along that 4,000 zone. We may actually get a little bit of a fall down here, potentially down to like just below 4,000, maybe like 39.95. We're pulling back some. Take a look at this, the 3-minute chart. Okay, so we're pulling back really to the 200 SMA, which just happens to be right at 4,000. By the way, guys, if y'all chilling, hanging out, man, we've had a lot of people hanging out with us today. So please make sure you like and subscribe and ring that bell for notifications. We do this live every day from 7:30. We start at 7:30 and we just kind of go until we're done. At 7:30 Pacific time, 10:30 market time. Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us. Getting a bounce off that 200 simple down to 4,001.5. I'm trying to get here at 4,001.5. Nah, I missed it. Let's take a look at this, a 5-minute chart. Still have that standing order there. We'll see what happens with it. See if it even fills. So, yeah, so we got that fill. We'll see what happens. The 200 simple on the 5, this is why I was hesitant to take trades up here, was because of this 200 simple moving average. And this moving average really acts as resistance a lot of the time. And so, really wanted to be respectful of that moving average. I say respectful because this any market can go against you at any time. No matter how much experience you have, it can still go against you. And I've learned that there's a lot more value in respecting a lot of the moving averages and things like that than there is trying to like force your trade. Pulling back to 4,000 now. We entered at 4,001.5 and we're kind of at our risk level. If we drop below 4,000, I'm just going to cut this. Probably pretty aggressively. Right on 4K. 15 seconds left in this candle. I was looking just for this to pop back up to 4,003 because we were kind of popping up, but 2 seconds left in this candle. New candle opening green on 4. There we out. Lost a 350 on that. I'm probably gonna cut it for the day. Our peak of the day was 2,700. We're up 2,300 now. So basically, the last couple of trades, we've just kind of taken some losses. We took a little bit of some gains, some losses, but ultimately we grinded our account down a little bit more than we needed to. So I'm just gonna take my profits here We're up $2,300 in the day. Let's go ahead and do the math on this for how many trades we took. Looks like we took 16 trades. So 64 times 4.36 for our fees. 279.04 minus our 2,300 in profit. Whoops. I think I messed that up. 64 times 4.36 minus our 2,300 in profit puts us up at $2,020.96. So we certainly were in a better position earlier. We were up almost 2,500, but up 2K on a day is not bad, not at all. So we made 2020.96 in our paper side. We made $514.16 in our 50K eval, and we made $191.04 in our 100K eval. Looks like the market's kind of falling down some now. So we may get a little bit of a trend reversal here near the top of the hour. Potentially like a fall back down towards the volume weighted average price, or maybe down towards the EMA 35, which is right at 95. And like I said, when we were back here, before I even took that trade that became the L, that we may see some falling down to like 95. And there it is, kind of working its way down. We're right at like 98, 99. So guys, having said all that, I'm going to go ahead and pop off here very soon. But before I do, I would really appreciate it if you guys would throw us a like, throw us a subscribe, maybe ring our bell for notifications so that you guys can know that when we go live. And on top of that, guys, if you would like to earn funding in the futures market, just like what I'm doing right here, check out Elite Trader Funding. Okay, these guys are awesome right here. They have some of the best customer service in the industry. They allow you to choose between many different softwares. So you can choose something that's very modern or something that fits your style of trading. And they provide the license keys for that, which is extraordinarily valuable, which I am coming to find out, like learning more about that. You can use the trading softwares of your choice at most prop firms, but you've got to pay for it by yourself. And a lot of times they can be thousands of dollars. And so the fact that these guys give you access to the software, give you access to everything you need in order to be successful, all the tools you need to be successful, I think it's really cool of them. They're a little bit non-traditional in the way that they approach their business, and I love this. So they've got these one-step evaluations, which are a little bit different than what you find out there in the marketplace, out in the wild. They've got fast-track evaluations, which I only recommend going to these if you know exactly what you're doing, if you know exactly what your strategy is. But these can be a really inexpensive way to get access to like $100,000 for $75. It's actually less, because if you use the link in my description, you'll get a lifetime discount. But I only recommend these if you know exactly what you're doing, because these have a time limit on them. Right there, maximum 14 calendar days, whereas the other ones do not. So personally, I'm working on the 50K eval on the one step, which allows me 8 contracts in the mini with a $3,000 profit target, which we're almost a third of the way there. And I'm working on the 100K static eval, which allows me 2 contracts in the mini with $2,000 profit target, and we're I think we're just over 10% there. Actually, we're closer to 20%, because we're almost at $400. So we're about 20% of the way on the 100K static eval. But check these guys out. If you guys are looking to earn funding in the futures market, in my own personal opinion, these guys are, from what I'm seeing and what I'm learning and what I'm seeing out there in the field, these guys are probably one of the best. They have a Discord community that is incredibly active. They're there. The actual people who work at this company are also there in their Discord community, answering questions, communicating with the group. And the reason why that has so much value in it is because you can ask other traders questions. You have thousands of people that you can communicate with at any given time, and that is super valuable because you can figure out certain things like quick answers to a support question, or like a software question, or maybe a strategy question. There's so many different things available to you, and these guys give you insane value, especially for the price. Because the price, are incredibly competitive with some of the other guys out there. Make sure you use the link in my description and the promo code JS BEST, so that you can lock in that lifetime discount. So, guys, having said all that stuff, I'm going to jump off here. I'm going to post my results in our Discord community. That is the Optimistic Futures Discord community. I'm going to drop that link right here. Okay, guys, so you can grab it from the chat if you would like. There's also a link in the description as well. So you can grab that link directly if you just want to join in our Discord community. We would love to hear from you. If you join in, please say hi, introduce yourself. We will welcome you with open arms. This is a place where you can come and be uplifted. Okay. We talk about everything from entrepreneurship to philosophy to trading to strategies to software to Forex to futures to crypto to stocks, just anything and everything that involves getting life better for all of us. Okay. With all that said, guys, I love and appreciate you very much. I'm gonna go ahead and jump off here. I'm gonna enjoy the profits that I got on the day, and I'm not gonna put any more at risk. So, all right, guys, peace out. I'm about to do my write up in the Discord community. We'll see you there. Have a nice day. We'll see you tomorrow. Much love and appreciation to all of you guys. All right.